guys, this is Ackley, HEIGH-NOPE here with, well, I guess it's time for another response/rant video as normal. So yeah, but before I begin, I just want to get things out real quick. For starters, thank you so much for tuning into, of course, my official launch of course, my media kit that I've actually done this past weekend. This has actually been something that I've been wanting to get off the ground, and it's all thanks to tons of help from Luxurious Cosplay on Instagram to really help make this possible. I really dig everything I can to make my media kit the best I can, and it came out fantastic. So yeah, and to the people that have actually tuned in on my social media and stuff for the official launch and stuff, and given me such a great reception on how it actually looks, I will say thank you so much for that. It really does mean a whole lot, and yeah, now that we've officially got our media kit officially launched, we're now in the process to send it out to pretty much everyone in particular for sure. Yeah, such as, of course, pretty much sending it out to a convention so that way I can get myself booked to actually go to a more and see about get myself some sponsorship deals for sure to really help fuel, of course, what I'm doing with my channel. So yeah, as of now, we've already got a couple of conventions that I heard back from us through my media kit and stuff. So hopefully I think things will come up as we speak. So I'll be sure to update all of you guys if anything changes for sure. So yeah, but like I said, thank you so much for tuning into the launch of my media kit as we speak. We've really worked hard to make it the best that I can, and it came out fantastic for sure. And don't worry, we're still gonna pretty much leave the link and stuff, of course, pretty much my link tree, the about section on my channel, and of course in the description box in all of my videos and stuff that I'm gonna be putting up in the near future, especially this latest one that you're watching right now. So yeah, definitely need to get that out of the way before we'll actually start the main topic for sure. So yeah, I hope all of you guys understand that. So with that being said, let's get right on to the main talking point with today's video for sure. So yeah, I guess it is no secret that 2024 as of now is about to come to an end pretty soon in the next coming of weeks for sure, and I've got a lot to do hands down, such as, of course, I'm already in the midst of course, getting everything prepared for Christmas, since I've already completed my Christmas shopping. And like I said, I've already got 4 movies that I'm slated to go see and give out my thoughts for sure once I actually do go see them for sure. Those being Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, Kraven the Hunter, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and Mufasa the Lion King. So yeah, once I do actually finally go see all 4 of them, I'll be sure to put out my thoughts videos on those to let you guys know what I thought about them for sure. And yeah, all that sort of stuff right before this year ends for sure, before we'll make our way for 2025 for sure. Speaking of which, there are a good batch of movies that are going to be coming out that I know hands down I'm going to go through a lot hands down to determine which ones I'll be excited to go see. So I'll be sure to let you know in a future video once I actually do get that underway. So yeah, but I guess for one of them, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is for, of course, the movie we're talking about in this rant video, it's actually coming all the way from Disney. So yeah, I guess despite their ups and downs, Disney has actually put out some nice stuff that would definitely entertain us. But the bad news, however, it's actually one of their live-action remakes that are going to be coming up. Yeah, no big surprise on, of course, that front. So yeah, and I guess all of you are wondering, what sort of live-action remake will be coming out? Would be the talking point, and of course, my latest response/rant video. It's Snow White, isn't it? Yeah. I guess you can pretty much put the puzzle pieces together. We're, of course, I guess for today's response/rant video, we are definitely talking about the Snow White remake for sure. And for those who are wondering, no, the movie hasn't even come out just yet, so we still got a long ways to go before it actually does. But no, I'm not here to talk about the movie itself, though part of me is kind of actually is talking about the movie itself through like the trailers and stuff, but you kind of get the idea. I'm actually talking more about the controversies revolving around this live-action Disney remake that we're going to be getting hands down. Yeah. We're diving into that territory hands down, and trust me, I've held myself back from, of course, talking about the controversies of course, this movie. But I think it actually deserves its own video for sure, so I can't stay silent about this hands down. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I'm here to talk about here today. So yeah, but before I actually do so, I need to get things out real quick. For starters, if you actually know the history of Disney for sure, you would definitely know that one of their all-time pretty much classic movies they've actually put out was the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie, and yeah, I guess needless to say, there's a lot to be said that a lot of people haven't already. It's definitely without doubt a timeless classic, hands down, and truly actually the one movie that made history as being the very first animated feature film, and is definitely the movie that actually kickstarted all sorts of animated feature films from Disney that we've now been getting for a long time now, since after they first started. And I guess I made no secret that out of several Disney movies I've actually seen, yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that I can side with a lot of people that I do have a strong heart for the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, hands down. I really do think it's an absolute masterpiece, even to this day for sure. Even amongst plenty of other movies around that time period for sure that have been pretty much considered masterpieces for sure, like of course Casablanca, Gone with the Wind, The Wizard of Oz, and that's just to name me a few hands down. So, but hey, I guess I don't need to explain for further detail on, of course, the original. I say definitely go watch the movie for yourself if you haven't already, and of course, quite fitting enough, I still have a strong love for it since I was a kid when I actually watched the movie on VHS for sure. And luckily enough, if you may recall in one of my episodes of WTPU, aka What the Pickup, that I've put up not too long ago, I was lucky enough to finally get this movie back in my possession in the form of a Blu-ray copy for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, I was really thrilled to finally get this movie back in my hands for sure, and even after I picked it up at my local Walmart, which even includes this nice Blu-ray sleeve for sure, themed to Disney's 100th anniversary, to which, honestly, thankfully, this alongside the two-movie collection for The Fox and the Hound and the original Alice in Wonderland movie was definitely the last ones that I've actually picked up at my local Walmart before they're gone forever, so I'm lucky, I guess. But yeah, regardless on that, I'm really glad I got this movie back in my possession in this nice Blu-ray copy for sure. And I might actually consider rewatching this film again to see if it's actually good as I remembered. Spoiler alert, it is. So yeah. That's pretty much what I can say for, of course, the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie, hands down. And, of course, when I heard the news that they're going to be doing a live-action remake of course, this one, hands down, yeah, I seriously don't have much high hopes on, of course, that front, hands down, and I knew right away that pretty much, even when they actually started working on, of course, that said movie, we knew this movie is in massive trouble, hands down, and of course, if anything, pretty much the stuff that happened while they're working on the film, to even where we are now with the trailers, hands down, including the latest one that dropped not too long ago, yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, this remake, hands down, is, of course, in massive trouble for sure. I dare even say it's definitely gonna blow big time, like, really blow. So yeah, and of course there's multiple reasons on what led to this all these massive controversies revolving around this remake, even before it actually came out for sure. Those ranging, of course, the reimagining of the Seven Dwarfs, to which I find absolutely ridiculous based on production images, and I think the first look image that we got some time ago didn't do any favor, of course, that, nor did he even improve on anything. I mean, just Christ. So yeah, to even most of the casting to, of course, this film, to even the film's star Rachel Zegler, who is set to play the title character in this movie, stated that she didn't like the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie. Yeah, given to that comment alone, is that really worthy enough for someone to play the title character to a remake of a well-known classic? Yeah, I guess if anything, that just sends us eyebrow-raising for sure, So yeah, I guess that's just to name me a few, hands down, and I think, pretty much, if anything, I guess it's not hard to see why, hands down. I guess for starters, when it comes to the Disney live-action remakes, yeah, I will admit, I actually will say when they first started, it's, I think it was a bit of a rocky start for sure, but thankfully they did find their footing with, of course, films that I really enjoyed, like of course, Cinderella was good, Jungle Book was amazing, and even the following films afterwards, such as Pete's Dragon and of course Christopher Robin, and that's just to name a few, have actually been pretty good for sure. I really do dig, of course, on what they're actually giving us for sure. But I guess ever since the Beauty and the Beast remake, hands down, to which I kind of thought was alright, it's kind of pointless when they actually tried to recreate the original animated film, hands down, shot for shot. Yeah, it really did start to get way out of hand with plenty of the others they have been putting out for sure, and of course many of them range from, of course, okay to just, good God, just stop. So yeah, and of course, I mean, no secret that if you have seen my thoughts videos over the years, yeah, you definitely know I have talked about a good batch of these live-action remakes so far for sure, to which it gave me some interesting reactions, hands down. So yeah, I guess if anything, yeah, and I think the closest thing I can say to a Disney live-action remake that I absolutely hate the most would definitely have to be the Pinocchio remake that we got a couple of years ago, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I can side with a lot of people and say that I absolutely hated that movie when I first streamed it on Disney Plus for sure. It's that bad, people, and I know I'm not alone, of course, on that front, so yeah. I guess needless to say, I think I know, based on several trailers and stuff that I've seen over the years, especially with some of the ones that we're getting recently, yeah, I think I have been getting some massively doubtful thoughts on, of course, all these remakes that we're going to be getting, hands down. I dare even say that none of them are, of course, living up to, of course, what I actually thought pretty much they were going to be, hands down, and even some of the ones that were actually announced, I kind of thought was pointless and unnecessary for sure. But I guess it's no big surprise that out of all the live-action remakes that we've been getting so far, yeah, turns out the Snow White remake is definitely the one that really is sparking up some massive controversy for sure, and to be honest, I can agree with a lot of people on that front, and I can definitely see why. I knew right away from what I've actually seen, hands down, I knew this movie is indeed in trouble, hands down, and even the trailers that we've been getting is not really doing any favor, hands down, where I would definitely say, yeah, this is definitely gonna be good, hands down, so yeah. I guess given to all that, I really do think the controversies revolving around this movie is pretty much warranted, hands down, for sure. And I really do think this movie is not really looking really great, hands down. And again, I think pretty much from what I've actually seen, pretty much you can definitely tell that the warning signs are all there for sure. Like, of course, given to what I've actually said, Rachel Zegler, pretty much as Snow White, I don't think is actually looking pretty interesting. Gal Gadot, who's playing the evil queen, I just kind of thought was a little too, well, less sinister than more sinister, which I guess is probably missing the whole point on, of course, the evil queen herself, so why would you even do that? And again, to even go with what I've seen with the 7 Dwarfs as of now, yeah, I guess it does kind of look like something out of a Robert Zemeckis motion capture movie, hands down. And again, just by looking at it, I was like, again, Christ! So yeah, I guess, if anything, that's just to name me a few, hands down. And I guess, oh yeah, even from what I've actually seen, none of everything from what I've seen in the latest trailer, hands down, has any strong connection to the original Snow White movie, hands down, because yeah, I guess if anything, why would I bother seeing something associated with Disney's Snow White that, where of course I can actually watch, well, this Snow White, hands down, so. But yeah, I guess if anything, you kind of get the idea from what I can gather, and yeah, I guess given to what I've actually seen, I really don't think there's any strong hope for, of course, this movie, hands down, so I think with every single warning sign that we've been getting, even before the trailers actually dropped, we knew hands down that this movie is not going to turn out quite great for sure, and much to my surprise that ever since the first ever teaser trailer dropped, pretty much that they actually put out before D20, right around D23, which I did dedicate an entire video on some time ago. Yeah, you can definitely tell that they really are trying to make it look good, but they clearly don't know how to, hands down, and yeah, pretty much from what I've actually seen, yeah, I think if anything, yeah, I can agree with a lot of people. This movie is in massive trouble, hands down, and even in the latest trailer that we got some time ago, I knew hands down that this movie is really pretty much encouraging me to like it less and less for sure, which is actually quite funny because when it comes to these Disney live-action remakes, they keep adding less and less for sure. So yeah, and of course, if you actually check out the trailer for yourself, you would definitely know that the like to like, yeah, pretty much the like to dislike ratio from what I've actually seen is, of course, massive, hands down, with only 27,000 likes and 712,000 dislikes. Yeah, I guess, if anything, I really do think that is very much warranted, hands down, because, yeah, given to what I've actually seen, this is more than just bad. This is like amongst plenty of other bad trailers, kind of bad, hands down, but much worse. How worse, you may ask? Well, let's just say pretty much have one side be poop and the other side being shit. But on the far side of course, the latter, there's defecation. And yeah, I think with what I've actually seen, the Snow White remake definitely falls into the defecation category, hands down, So yeah, I guess I could go on and on, of course, about the trailer, hands down, but obviously that would take pretty much all day, hands down. Now, as for the other controversies, hands down, well, I guess for one thing, I can pretty much sum them up very quickly, hands down. Like, of course, for the reimagining of the 7 Dwarfs, with what I've actually seen in the production images, with, of course, the 7 Dwarfs being a bit more of a diverse pretty much, kinda for sure, with, yeah, and that actually sparked massive controversy, with, of course, many people, pretty much declaring it as woke, hands down. Yeah, I guess to the people who have been sparking outrage on, of course, woke culture, my only response is, who the hell cares? Yeah, I guess that's my response to people complaining about anything that is woke, hands down, is who the hell cares? And I guess the kind of people who actually complain about all those things, they're the kind of people I want to go up to their face and, of course, smack them really hard, hands down, right up until something occurs, hands down, but I'm not going to bother saying it out loud, for sure, because I don't want to get into massive trouble, so bear with me on that, so. But I guess that is the one thing I should mention. I'm not against the idea of course, Disney actually promoting anything to help support diversity, hands down. And I guess, to be fair, lots of other movies done by other studios have actually done a lot of things that actually do help promote diversity and stuff, and plenty of others that people can argue does fall into the category of woke culture, hands down. But the way they actually did, of course, those other movies, they actually did it in a way to help still tie in with, of course, everything that goes on with their projects, with, of course, some strong writing, interesting characters, and a very clever story, hands down, so. But I guess the way Disney is actually doing it, hands down, now, don't get me wrong, I am the type of guy who actually does support diversity for sure, so I guess pretty much to any pretty much anyone in a different race, gender, and plenty of other stuff that I could list at the top of my head, you can actually work them in quite well. But again, you definitely need strong writing, interesting characters, and a very engaging story in order to make it work, hands down. So. But the way Disney is actually doing this type of thing, where, of course, they want to promote it and stuff through, like, announcements and stuff without actually showing us exactly that, yeah, you would definitely know that you would be in serious trouble if you actually pretty much do that. And, well, let's face it, Disney has actually been in trouble for doing exactly that beforehand, so no questions asked, so yeah, I guess I give it to all that. They actually did try to change up the 7 Dwarfs to make them a little bit more like their animated counterparts, and yeah, give it to what I'm seeing in the first look trailer, as you can see here, and even looking back on the trailers, hands down, yeah, what the hell am I looking at right now? Yeah, there are some things that can work in animation, but cannot work in live action. And this is actually a very good example of course, exactly that. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for, of course, pretty much the reimagining of the 7 Dwarfs, hands down. Now, as for, of course, the casting for sure, well, I did mention Rachel Zegler, hands down, and I guess that's one other thing I should mention, the casting of course, Rachel Zegler as Snow White and Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen, and, well, I guess for starters, something a little bit more light noga, hands down, Gal Gadot is the Evil Queen. Yeah, honestly, on paper, it doesn't sound too bad, hands down, but again, from what I've seen in the trailers, I think they're trying her, she's actually trying her best to pretty much make her more interesting and stuff, to try to be like her animated counterpart, but I don't know, I think she's trying way too hard to be the Evil Queen, not be the Evil Queen in a nutshell, and again, I have seen Gal Gadot in, of course, plenty of good projects over the years, so yeah, and let's not forget to mention she has worked with Disney beforehand in one of their projects they did years ago, so I guess I really don't know what's going on while she signed on board when she actually did this movie, hands down. Now, as for Rachel Zegler, as of course Snow White, honestly, to me, I think I have, yeah, as a person, I have nothing against Rachel Zegler in the first place. I know she is, of course, a nice woman, and I know she's actually done some good stuff for sure, but I guess when it comes to her movie roles as of now, well, I guess she did start off pretty good, and Steven Spielberg's take on West Side Story, that I can give credit for. But I guess over the years, as of now, I think she's signed on to multiple projects that ultimately doesn't land very well, hands down, and yeah, and I think the majority of them, including the ones I've actually talked about, were actually massively flops at the box office as we speak, so I guess it's safe to say that Rachel Zegler's movie career, in a nutshell, might be on the line, hands down, so yeah, and of course, if anything, given to pretty much when she signed on board for, of course, this remake to play the title character, that's one other thing I should mention. She's actually been getting massive amount of backlash for sure, and given to, of course, all that, and again, with one of them being pretty much saying that she didn't like the original Snow White movie, hands down. Yeah, I guess if anything, that would actually do spark a bit of really a massive outrage for sure. I really do think there is a full-on understanding for sure, and yeah, I could go on and on with the multiple comments that she actually made, but just to help us save time, I'll leave you with, of course, this one comment that she made on, of course, how she felt about the remake compared to, of course, the original for sure.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Yeah. I have no comment on that. That just sounds stupid, so. But yeah. I guess that's just to name me a few, of course, on my part, hands down, for sure. So I guess give it to all of the hag from what I've actually gathered. Yeah, there is no big surprise that I can definitely agree with a lot of people in saying that the controversies are revolving around this remake that we're going to be getting is, of course, pretty much warranted, hands down, and I definitely know for the fact that this movie we're going to be getting as of now is going to suck big time, so yeah, I guess if anything, from what I'm actually seeing by far, I really don't have much high hopes for of course, this movie, hands down. I really do think this is going to be the one Disney live-action remake we'll be getting, amongst plenty of others, hands down, where Disney is, of course, finally gone too far for sure, and they need to either pretty much stop altogether before they'll cause any more crap, or, of course, take the time to evaluate some of the mistakes they've actually made and see how they can actually improve on them for sure to avoid making the same mistakes and let alone get themselves into trouble once again, so yeah, and of course that's another thing I should mention. I'm not against the idea with the Disney live-action remakes, hands down. I do think you can actually do something clever with this idea, hands down. I definitely know that there are plenty of other of the anime feature films that Disney is actually putting out, to which, yeah, I guess you can make the argument that you actually do like most of them, hands down, but some of them from what we've actually seen looking back could actually be improved on for sure, and see if they can actually work in live action, so yeah, and I guess I hear a lot of talks from tons of people saying that rather than seeing remakes on some well-known classics like Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, and of course Mulan, and plenty of others that we can actually think of for sure, maybe do like live-action remakes on, of course, some lesser-known animated Disney movies for sure, like, of course, let's say Black Cauldron, or Atlantis the Lost Empire, or Treasure Planet, and that's just to name me a few. Yeah, I guess if anything, they do have good ideas, hands down, but they do have some flaws here and there that prevented them from, of course, being great, hands down, and maybe doing them in live action and stuff, and actually improve on something the originals were lacking, hands down, I do think could actually work, so yeah, and of course it is quite funny that I should mention that because, well, I do have a video project coming up very soon, where of course I'll be talking about some Disney movie/media projects that could actually work, hands down, and believe it or not, one of the main categories in that would definitely be their live-action remakes, hands down, So yeah, I've got some good ideas, of course, on what ones I think could actually work for sure, and see what ideas could actually be added in for sure to actually make them great for sure. So yeah, but I'll hopefully work on that somewhere around next year for sure, if I can cram everything in to, of course, on my busy schedule, but we'll definitely have to wait and see on that, so. But yeah, I guess either way, like I said, I'm not against the idea with the Disney live-action remakes and stuff. Yeah, I do believe that there are some animated feature films that Disney has actually done that, well, let's face it, they're not great, but did try their best to make them classics, hands down, that I do believe can work in live action for sure, So yeah, and I guess there is a ton out there for sure that you can actually go through, hands down. So it is sad to say that Disney is actually focusing more on remaking some of their well-known anime feature films and make them into live action and stuff that we're not even asking for, hands down, rather than some of the ones that we are asking for, hands down. So, and I guess if anything, pretty much if anything, the Snow White remake for sure is no exception, hands down. So yeah, and I don't know what will be going down for sure, but again, Disney has been in massive slumps over the years, but they know how to get themselves back up for sure, and luckily enough, despite a few flaws here and there, 2024 has actually been a bit of an improvement year for Disney compared to last year for sure when they celebrated their 100th anniversary. Yeah, their 100th anniversary with some massive flops for sure. But don't worry, some of them are actually, I did talk about some of them for sure that are actually good, so bear with me on that, So yeah, and I guess for the sake of the Disney live-action remakes as of now, for some of the ones that we're going to be getting, yeah, I guess their future is pretty much on the line for sure. Like, of course, not just the Snow White remake, but also the Moana remake that we're going to be getting, which I did mention in, of course, my Moana 2 video that I did some time ago. Yeah, I really don't have much high hopes for that either. I knew this movie is indeed in trouble for sure. While for the Lilo and Stitch remake, we're going to be getting a couple of months after Snow White. Okay, I'm not going to lie, it actually looks okay. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I actually do think, based on what I've actually seen in the teaser, yeah, I definitely know it's probably gonna make the same mistakes and actually be a carbon copy of the original Lilo and Stitch movie, but I'll give credit. Stitch actually does look good in live action. Yeah, I'm not even joking when I say Stitch actually does look good in live action for sure, so I can definitely get behind that, so. But yeah, I guess it is undetermined, of course, what the fate of the Disney live-action remakes will actually hold up. And I guess for the sake of the Snow White remake, yeah, I can agree with a lot of people and say that this movie is gonna absolutely suck big time. I don't have much high hopes for of course that film hands down. So. And of course, if anything, if you definitely do want to see a Snow White movie that Disney has actually done that is actually pretty good, again, I might as well say, just stick to the original hands down, because, well, it's a timeless capsule that can never be duplicated anytime soon, and I think you're better off watching this and maybe some other aspects revolving around this movie that are also pretty good. Like pretty much the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at the Disney parks, for example. Those are actually done pretty well. And you can definitely tell Walt Disney has really put a lot of hard-working effort to really make this one the timeless classic that it is. Because let's face it, if this movie failed all the way back then, Disney would have been in huge trouble around that time, but thankfully it succeeded, and it's still a timeless classic even to this day, and it's still a timeless classic now. While for the Snow White remake, if that fails big time, then maybe I think it's about time that Disney finally reevaluates on what they went wrong and see what they can do to actually find a new way to make money. So yeah, I guess either way, we'll definitely see what happens with the Snow White remake that'll be coming up for sure. But I still know it's gonna absolutely suck big time. But who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong in saying that in what I actually said, and maybe it might surprise us all the way. To which I honestly don't think that's a bad thing, hands down, because let's face it, I have actually seen trailers for movies that I didn't like, and I knew the movies are gonna suck big time. But when I actually go and actually see them for myself, I've actually been proven wrong, and most of the majority of the movies I've actually seen where I knew based on bad marketing and stuff where I think they're gonna suck, actually turned out good for sure. So yeah, I really don't think that's a bad thing if I'm proven wrong for sure. So yeah, if this movie might actually be good, that's fine. I'm not complaining on that. But yeah, I can agree with a lot of people and say that for the time being, I really do think this movie is gonna suck big time. And of course, this is actually pretty much the one day where I know this prince will definitely never come anytime soon. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest rant video, and by all means, I want to ask all of you guys, what do you think of the controversies revolving around the Snow White remake, hands down, and what do you think of them for sure? And moreover, do you actually agree with a lot of people and say that this movie is gonna suck big time? I would definitely love to know on what you guys think. So yeah, let me know what you thought down in the comments down below. I would love to see on what you guys think. Except for you, this guy right there. Yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about, hands down. You're not welcome in this in particular. Your days are numbered, buddy. If I ever see you make a video about me, you're dead meat. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and don't worry, I still got plenty more on the way, and like I said, I've already got 4 movies coming up this month that I'm definitely gonna go see, so yeah, I guess we'll definitely wait and see what happens, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in sometime this weekend where, of course, I'll be putting up my first couple of thoughts videos for, of course, this month on both Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, and Kraven the Hunter. So once I do go see them, I will let you guys know on what I thought about them. So yeah, but I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is HEIGH-NOPE here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.